Tired of expensive phone and home internet bills with long-term contracts? Get ready for total freedom with unbeatable value. Total Wireless by Verizon is celebrating the grand opening of 2 new stores in Massachusetts. Join us on Monday, July 14th at 1843 Acushnet Avenue in New Bedford and Friday, August 1st at 5 Park Street in Attleboro. Switch to Total Wireless and get the power of Verizon's 5G network with no contracts and plans starting as low as $23 a month per line for 5 lines. It's time to make the switch and get a great deal on home internet, new phones, and tablets for the whole family. Don't miss the grand openings of Total Wireless by Verizon in New Bedford on July 14th and in Attleboro on August 1st. And be sure to tell them that WNB1 Radio sent you.
For a truly satisfying dining experience, look no further than Top Shelf Bar and Grill in New Bedford, Massachusetts. Our family-style restaurants offer an array of mouth-watering dishes, from pub favorites to traditional Portuguese cuisine. Treat yourself to an expertly prepared Portuguese meal or unwind with a handcrafted cocktail from our bar. Be sure to try our signature creations, including shrimp Mozambique, bourbon tips, grilled salmon, and the signature top shelf steak. Our warm and inviting atmosphere, combined with exceptional service, ensures a memorable experience. Since 2011, Top Shelf has proudly served a unique blend of Mediterranean-inspired cuisine, reflecting Portuguese, Spanish, and American flavors. Our founder, Robert J. Afonso, drew upon his industry expertise to create a welcoming space where everyone can enjoy a delicious meal, catch a game, or simply relax with friends. We strive to make our house your house, fostering a sense of community and supporting local organizations. When you visit Top Shelf Bar and Grill, make sure to mention WNB1 Radio and enjoy your meal.
Step into the warm embrace of the Lighthouse Tavern, a cozy, welcoming restaurant in the heart of New Bedford, Mass. Our family-friendly atmosphere is complemented by our dedication to serving delicious meals, refreshing drinks, and providing exceptional service that will make you feel right at home. Whether you are joining us for a casual dinner or a special occasion, our goal is to make you feel like part of the family. Visit us at 578 Brock Avenue, New Bedford, or call 508-742-6128 for reservations or takeout orders. And be sure to tell them that WNB1 Radio sent you.
Have you made that New Year's resolution to get into shape and you still haven't followed through with it? Then you need to join KO Gym.
The champ is here! The champ is here! The champ is here!
KO Gym is located at 50 Conduit Street in the north end of New Bedford, within the historic mills in a 5,000 square foot space, within plenty of room to train for social distancing, and the facility has unlimited parking outside. KO Gym offers exclusive training in Muay Thai, kickboxing, boxing, grappling, jiu-jitsu, as well as strength and conditioning programs. So if you're looking to train to get into shape to train for self-defense, or if you're looking to train to compete professionally, KO Gym has experienced professional staff to help you obtain your goal. They also offer one-on-one personal training as well as group classes to satisfy everyone's needs. So go ahead and let KO Gym help you make that change for a healthy body and a healthy mind. And also tell them that WNB1 Radio made the referral for you.
It's no secret that the trucking industry is struggling for drivers. So why not look for a school that can get you the credentials that you need to start that new career? Get on the road to success with J&J Driving School and Logistics Incorporated, located at 978 Nash Road in New Bedford, Massachusetts. J&J is a Black and woman-owned trade school leading the South Coast in CDL training. J&J offers the most comprehensive training programs for CDLs A, B, and school bus training. Don't let opportunities drive right by you. Go and see our friends at J&J and get your CDL career started right away. And be sure to tell them that WNB1 Radio sent you. Reliable Bus Lines Incorporated has been a leader in the school bus industry for over 40 years. Founded in 1980, Reliable Bus Lines Incorporated has provided the South Coast and surrounding areas of the Commonwealth transportation services ranging from private to contracted school bus and van services for corporate transportation. Specializing in school bus transportation, Reliable Bus Lines cares about your precious cargo. Our drivers are trained and certified and understand the importance of being on time and getting students to and from school safely. A staple in the greater New Bedford region, Reliable Bus Lines Incorporated is a women and minority-owned company. Our staff prides itself on being diverse, professional, and helpful. Call now to book your next outing, 508-992-0342. So come and take a ride with Reliable Bus, the bus you can trust. And don't forget to tell them that WNB1 Radio sent you.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
Yo, what's up?
Baby, let's go.
Old school R&B, hip hop, reggae, sports, talk shows, and a whole lot more. You're listening to the internet's hottest new radio station, WNV1 Radio, New Bedford, Massachusetts, home of the legendary Tavares and just a collection of some cool-ass, wonderful people.
Good evening and welcome to WNB1 Radio. It's straight to the point sports, where we're joined by our regulars today, and that would be Steve Lopes, Kevin Rudolph, and Derek Consatio. Good evening, fellas.
What up? What up? What up? Going on?
As you can see, we are we don't have the same seating arrangements today. We have to. Kevin has
Assigned
to play,
seating.
Kevin has to play bouncer. He has to keep the children aside because today we are breaking down their division. That's right. We're breaking down the NFC North,
AKA Lions.
See, here we go already. Couldn't get
Right,
15
he's lying.
seconds. Couldn't get 15 seconds into the chat and they're already going at it. So yeah, we'll take a look. We'll make predictions as to how we feel that the division is going to go. Somehow, some way, I think that there's going to be a split panel. And I think there's going to be one person that's going to be rather biased, but we'll just have to wait and see. I have a feeling that there's going to be one person that's going to be rather biased, but we shall see. It remains to be seen. Also, I can't wait to we have a couple of special guests that are going to be joining us via phone. One former NFL player, Lamont White. He will be joining us via phone, and also former heavyweight champion Tim Weatherspoon will also be joining us via phone. That'll be a little later on in the programming, though, probably about 45 minutes or so. Also, we need to talk about Paramount purchasing the UFC. Is pay-per-view now dead in the UFC? It's a what is it, 6 years or 7 years?
7 years.
7 years.
7.7.
7.8.
It's like $1.2 million or $1.1 million a year.
Yeah.
So
$1 billion.
So we're going to see what Paramount does. Are they going to hold it exclusively? Obviously, it's going to be exclusive to them, but are they going to have it for free on their streaming services, or are they going to create a pay-per-view link within their streaming services? We'll talk about that. Also, we need to talk about, if we have time, we need to talk about Paige Burgess. What she's doing, what she has already
records with time
what
to
she
go.
has already smashed all the rookie records. She smashed the points record the day before yesterday, and she's also, every day she's adding to the total of the rookie record. She just and can we just see the comparison between her and her predecessor. It's the media isn't covering it the same way.
No way, not even
They
Because
are
that's not their cult
covering-
favorite.
That's right. They are not covering it the
Proof
same
is
way.
in the pudding.
So we'll talk about that. But we got to get down to also we need to talk about the UFC fight that took place this week. I don't know
The
if
one where only one showed up.
I don't know if you really want to call it a fight because it was pretty much one.
It was a smothering.
Sided.
Good word.
I can't even say his name right. How do you say his name?
Kazmat Shimaev.
Say that again 5 times fast.
Kazmat Shimaev. Kazmat Shimaev. Kazmat
He must have been practicing.
I was going to say.
I just know who he is.
I know how to say
Been
Duplessis.
practicing.
I know how to say Duplessis. So yes,
Sweetness.
he was basically smothered. And listen, if it works, it works, right? How many times how many people are pissed because the boxing style, certain boxes
Styles make fights.
That's right.
Mhm.
And if Mayweather, perfect example, right? People want to see him go out there and slug. No,
It's not his
his ultimate goal is I'm gonna outsmart you, I'm gonna outpunch you, I'm gonna outpoint you, and if I happen to knock you out, that's a cherry on top. But my ultimate goal is to win and keep that that O on the right side of my record. But this is where we're at with say his name again.
Kazmat Shimaev.
This is where we're at with him. So if you plan on fighting, say it again.
Kazmat Shimaev.
If you plan on fighting him, you better bring your grappling game. So we'll talk about that as well. Okay, we need to dive right into the NFC North. Now, fellas, let's try to remain cordial, and let's try to get through this segment without hopping over the table and having.
I'll let Derek speak before I say another word.
Okay, all right. Well, hold on. Before we get any further, we gotta lay it out. So last year, the Lions were 15-2. Great year for them. Albeit they lost in the division round to Washington 45-31. So ultimately they fell short of their goal. The Vikings finished second place, 14-3, nothing to shake your head at. But they also fell short too. They lost in the wild card game. They went from a number 1 seed to a number 5 seed.
That's crazy. I don't understand.
Because of how tight that was.
That's just crazy though. Like
it is.
Because of the damn division winners.
The division winners.
You
The division
their
winners.
ass the whole season to end up a 5 seed.
And only really lose to the team ahead of you. You lost to them twice. 2 out of your 3 losses was to the number 1 seed.
Yeah. So the Vikings lost to the Rams 27-9 in the wild card division game. Packers finished 11-6. They ended up losing to the eventual Super Bowl champion, the Eagles, in the wild card game, 22-10. And then we had the Chicago Bears. They were 5-12. Okay, this is a new year. We are now into the 2025-2026 season. How do we see the NFC North playing out? Go.
In my opinion, I still think the Lions are going to take the division, but it's going to be a lot. It's going to be just as close as it was last year. With who, I'm not sure.
That was short and sweet.
I was going to say the same thing.
That was
And,
short
and
sweet.
surprisingly, I agree. I was just waiting to see if he was going to expound on why.
My thing is we're not going
live in the
to.
division.
Hopefully, we're not going to be as hurt as we were last year.
Yeah.
My thing with giving the Lions the nod is, and this is not a knock against JJ McCarthy. It's just
It's reality.
It's reality. You give it your quarterback. It's technically a sophomore year, but it's his rookie year because he didn't play it all last year. So I think that's weighing into my decision. And then let's not rule out the Packers. They're still formidable. But I still, and another big thing with Minnesota is you lost your coordinators. I mean, Chicago lost their coordinators.
No,
Excuse me.
Detroit, because that's why I'm
lost
down
their
in Detroit a
coordinators.
little bit this year.
Detroit lost their
That's a
coordinators.
huge hole to fill.
That's a huge hole to fill.
See,
So it leaves it with the Bears.
Who got one of their
Who got
coordinators.
one of their coordinators. The other ones are with the Jets. I get it. But with the Bears, it's I'm not sold on Caleb Williams. He throws his team under the bus too much. To me, it's not a team player. It's just
That's what Keenan Allen said.
and I don't like it. With Minnesota is the quarterback thing. The Packers, they've lost a couple defensive guys. So, and if they can stay healthy, because they got hit by the injury bug too. Not as bad as Detroit with what? Would you have 34 players hurt?
19. 19.
Not like 34.
Yeah.
The thing with Green Bay is, in particular, keeping their wide receivers healthy because they got good wide. I like Christian Watson a lot, but he's always hurt.
They got about 4 or 5.
Romeo
really,
Dobbs,
really
but
receivers.
every time I turn around, one of them are hurt.
And then they just picked up Golden.
Right? They didn't really need another wide receiver. I think they took him for depth. In case somebody gets hurt, they got more people to step in.
I did like the fact that I think each team addressed some things that they needed in the offseason. But then they lost through the draft and through free agency. Just recently with Minnesota with them trades early on. Like this was just about a couple days ago?
Yesterday they traded one of their defense.
Yeah, we got rid of Harrison.
The day before, wasn't
it? A day or two ago.
Yeah.
We let one of our D tackles leave.
I think this division is going to be yet again very interesting. It might come down to that last week of what's going on.
Do you guys agree? The bottom feeders have gotten better. I think our division is going to be the most balanced in all the divisions in the NFL. Our last place team is going to be better than a lot of people's second and third place teams.
It all depends. See, right now I'm not sold on the Bears right now.
I'm not sold on the Bears because your quarterback is supposed to be your leader, and he's just like, I can't play defense. Like, you don't say nothing like that. We win as a team, we lose as a team.
Yep.
Like, it's just.
I think they'll be improved. I wouldn't go as far as saying better than other teams second and third. I don't think they're going to be that strong. I see them. You got to remember they're in a gauntlet of a division.
Yes, and that's
and also they are playing the NFC East and the AFC North.
Yeah.
Trouble. You can only when you take a peek at those divisions, I think you're going to see 3 good teams in each division, and you're going to see a bottom feeder. So now you got to take into account, are they going to be better than those second and third place teams in those divisions? I don't think so. I don't think.
Well, Cincinnati's defense we saw is horrible. So if Chicago's defense can play halfway good.
But what about their offense?
But I watched Cincinnati play twice, and basic plays were going for big yardage plays. People were just running the ball off tackle and getting 30 and 40 yards at a chunk. I was like, there's no response. Like, they don't seem to have a system. They don't have enough players to play a system to be effective. So I think no team is going to have trouble scoring against them.
And without that guy on the end,
yeah,
they ain't going to have no pass rush.
So when you make a statement like that, do you think that the Bears' offense mixed with their defense can be competitive enough to overtake the Bengals?
Not consistently, but on the right day, like if they're playing them in Chicago and got the momentum in the home field behind them or something,
and it's minus 12 degrees.
Yeah, and Burrow's just not on that game.
Yeah, I know.
If the offense isn't at 100 all the time, Cincinnati's in trouble.
Chicago cold in Cincinnati?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The windy city.
Yes. Yeah.
Because of the element of the wind, it's like 10 degrees colder.
Chicago was the windy city.
It is. That's what I just said.
I said it's Cincinnati as cold as Chicago.
Oh, I thought you said
it's not as cold, but it's cold. It's cold.
Chicago got some old different cold.
Yeah, no. Chicago, they're right out. They're straight out.
That wind chill factor with the wind.
They're straight out. I mean, they're straight
Chicago's
out.
playing Cincinnati.
They're straight off the lake. It's cold. It's cold. Chicago is very hot and very cold.
So that's Chicago's Bengals games in Cincinnati.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, I think that they're going to be improved, but better than second and third. I don't think they'll be better than. Quite honestly, I don't think they'll be better than the Steelers.
I do.
I don't think so.
I'm down on the Steelers this year.
I don't think they'll be better than the Steelers. I can probably make the case that they'll be better than the Bengals, or comparable. But it's going to be tough. Now, if we flip over and we go to the NFC East, are they going to be better than Washington?
No.
Are they going to be better than Dallas?
No.
I don't think so.
And the Giants are probably in the same boat as them.
I was just going to make that point.
I wasn't thinking they played that division. I thought you were comparing our division with the AFC division.
They play the AFC North and the NFC East. So you got a gauntlet of division yourself in the NFC.
Don't they avoid the first place team because of their last place?
So what? So now you play 2, 3, and 4.
So their schedule is:
listen to the schedule.
Week 1, Vikings. Week 2, Lions. Week 3, Cowboys. Week 4, Raiders. Week 5, Commodores. Week 6, Saints. Week 7, Baltimore. Week 8, Bengals. Week 9, Giants. Week 10, Vikings. Week 11, Steelers. Week 12, Eagles.
Oh, so they do play these.
Week 13, Green Bay. Week 14, the Browns. Week 15, Green Bay. Week 16, the 49ers. Week 17, the Lions. That's
I got them 5 wins with a possible 2.
5 wins.
Yeah, because they can beat certain teams.
These two should be breathing down each other's necks, man.
Well, we're not.
Well, we haven't talked about Detroit and Minnesota yet. Warming up.
I don't know.
But they had 5 wins last year.
I don't see 5 wins in here, Steve.
You don't? They could possibly. The Giants could be a toss-up game. The Browns,
Raiders, maybe.
Raiders, the Browns, the Saints. Saints are playing for the first pick.
The Browns, I don't know. Browns is
it's possible. I'm just saying.
Right,
I personally think they're going to be 6 and 11. That's my prediction.
Where do you see the 6 wins?
I see 5 for sure, and a possible.
It's good because I give them an extra win because you're going to get somebody's bad game and they're going to capitalize on it.
And they might surprise somebody in their division because they're so familiar. We know how the division blood boils.
Somebody in the division, exactly.
And their coaching is going to be a lot better.
Week 1 Monday night, they're going to surprise somebody.
I don't know about that one. Minnesota.
I should have caught that.
But you know something?
No,
that's not too far fetched because we don't know what McCarthy.
I think the most scary game of other division games, especially when you got a team that has, especially towards the end of the year, when they have nothing to lose, they've already been eliminated. Yeah. They're like the most scary games because they're going to let it all hang out.
Yeah, and the coaches are going to take more chances too.
Yeah.
You're more liable to see more trick plays, more let it loose, let it fly, all that.
Mm-hmm. But here's the thing, though. Kevin made a comment about not being in love with their quarterback, but all reports out of camp this year has been he's been more mature. He hasn't held the ball as much, which was a major problem because he led the league in taking sacks. I think Ben Johnson's going to put him in a lot of win situations, like not long reads, quick short hits,
favorable situations.
Yes.
For him.
Now, their number 1 pick was the tight end out of Michigan, Coastal Loveland.
Yep.
I guarantee. And then they already had Komet.
Yeah.
They're going to utilize that tight end system, a lot of quick dumps, a lot of quick reads, because until Caleb can show that he can read the secondary, he can buy himself enough time and pick and go through his digressions or whatever they call it.
DJ Moore is still a beast.
He is.
He's a beast.
And I still think the rookie from last year, Romeo
Odunze.
Yeah.
Odunze.
Maybe he didn't have a great relationship with Caleb the first year. And then they drafted Luther Burden from Missouri, who's going to be a great slot receiver. They got him in the 2nd round. They had a great draft for offense with Loveland at tight end and Sutton at a wide receiver. I really believe that Ben Johnson will utilize that like he did in Detroit. He doesn't have as good of weapons, but he has something to work with, and he'll get more out of that talent that's there than previous years. So I give them, they won 5 with less talent last year. Now, granted, their schedule's a little harder, but I see them at least getting 5 and possibly pulling out 1 or 2 more wins. Just surprising people. We know there's going to be surprises. And we don't know what's going to happen on the injury front. So 5 and a possible 1 or 2.
Actually,
so their
defense is going to be legit.
Yeah, the defense will be good. I mean, I think the major thing for them was to improve their offensive line, and they did that by they got Joe Thuney and Jonah Jackson.
Yep.
So
and Loveland's a big tight end who can block, so you can keep him in on running plays sometimes too.
Yeah. So I think everything is going to come down to obviously the most important position, the quarterback. If Caleb decides to hold the ball, we may see a repeat of last. It's his progression in year 2. How is he going to be able to, make that leap? Is he going to progress?
Is he going to buy in?
Is he going to progress, or is he going to
has
regress? It's a new system. Everything's new for him, but I'm sure with the new coach, they're going to try to simplify things for him.
Yep.
He has to buy
Whereas
in.
I see the tight ends.
If he doesn't buy in, it's
Right.
waste.
But he's seen the success with Ben Johnson in Detroit. How do you think he'd feel if Ben Johnson can get him to the level of seeing something similar to that Detroit offense? He's got to keep adding some more pieces, especially in the backfield. But I think that he's going to have a more diverse offense, and it's going to be simplified. And I don't think he's going to hold the ball, because all of us can admit that was his main thing. That's why he took sacks. He held the ball. He ran too long. Ben Johnson's going to eliminate those opportunities for him to do that much.
A little bit of it maybe was his confidence, because he would be focused downfield, and it seems sometimes like he didn't want to just pull the trigger. He got a little gun shy.
Yeah,
he got a little gun shy, and I started to notice that, because he would go to the sideline and his coach would tell him, like, yo, you got to let that fly.
Yep.
He got a little
quicker
gun shy.
reads, because when he didn't make a quick read, he was running for his life, because that line was horrible last year.
And that's another thing. They addressed the line somewhat.
Two good,
we'll see what
Joe Thuney and Jonah Jackson. That's better than what they had last year.
Yeah, it definitely is.
So they'll be. I just think 1 or 2 games better than last year because of the addition of the coach. The offensive line got better, and I think he's going to get Caleb to play in a different headspace this year. Swift,
yeah.
And they got somebody else. I thought that they tried to copy the 2 running back thing.
I think Williams signed where. Oh, Williams went and talked.
Yeah, they added somebody who was a cast off from another team, but it's a different. It's Swift I like. He's just too small, man. I just he can't be the main guy taking that pounding all the time. But he's shifty. He can catch the ball. And I think Ben Johnson's going to try to use him as close to a poor man's Gibbs as possible. Scat back, catching the ball. You're not going to know what's coming at you. I'm going to mix in the tight end. I'm going to mix in a little bit of the backs out of the backfield. Oh, I can get Luther Burden. I think I said something before. Luther Burden over the middle or something like that in the slot. DJ Moore. I think DJ Moore is going to be the recipient of the improvements this year. He's going to have a lot better year than he had last year, because he had a couple of big games and a couple of games where he disappeared like totally nothing.
All right, can we talk about the Packers? Obviously, like I said, they were the 3rd team. 3 teams made the playoffs last year. They finished at 11-6, lost the wild card game to the Eagles. The game was surprisingly close. If you recall, what's his name he threw an interception. Love threw an interception when they were actually on their way coming back. Yep. And he forced it. He forced it in between a few guys, and it got picked off. So the score is a little misleading. They actually had a chance to I think the score was at the time, I think it was 17-10 or something like that. Ultimately,
they lost 22-10?
Yeah, it was 17, but they were marching down.
When it was 17-10, they had a chance.
He threw a pick. He threw a pick literally, I want to say, in the red zone. He got chased. He got chased around. I remember this play he got chased literally to the left, then ran all the way down to the right.
Yeah.
And then threw it in a crowd of 3 guys.
Yep.
Shouldn't have thrown it.
I was going to say, instead of just running the ball.
Shouldn't have thrown it. He could have literally just threw the ball away.
Oh, he could have ran it.
Live to play another down. He didn't do it, and ultimately they lost.
And not for nothing, he played injured almost the whole year. He was hurt before the season started. He tried to come back a little early because he didn't want to sit out at the beginning. He got hurt again.
Oh, didn't he get hurt in the Brazil game?
Yeah,
Game one.
But we knew he was dealing with something before the beginning of the season, and he still tried to play, and he ended up getting hurt early, game 1 or game 2.
Yeah, it was the game in Brazil.
And then he had to sit out once the regular season started.
It was actually the game. It was somebody they played in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the year before.
What
was it
in Brazil?
Yeah,
they played another green team, so it was the Eagles.
Oh, it was the Eagles. Yeah, because I remember they were saying, "Don't go outside the game colors." Yeah. The game colors, green. Yep. Yes. So ultimately, they lost the first game. They lost the last game to the Eagles. So yeah, he got hurt in that first game. What was it? His hamstring?
Something in his lower body.
Was it hamstring or knee or something?
I know it was a lower body. It was a leg injury.
So he was out for like the first 4 games?
Yeah, no mobility. And when he came back, they only put him in positions where it was quick releases. He lost his scrambling ability, was threat to run the ball because he was protecting it.
But the Packers, not only that, their draft kind of baffled me. Like, they picked 2 receivers like in the first 3 rounds, and they already had a decent receiving core
because they're scared of that depth that we were talking about.
They can never stay healthy.
Yep.
Yeah. Dobbs is hurt.
Yeah.
Christian Watson always, and he's 6'4" and a speed.
This is the funny part, right? So when they had that bad man there, they never were trying to pick a wide receiver.
No.
Now that bad man's gone, they're heavy on the wide receivers.
Yeah, they didn't want to get him no wide receivers.
Yeah. Which is, like you said, it baffles you. But I'm looking at it now and I'm saying to myself, it's quite different from what they were.
The one thing I did like that they did last year that I think will be even a better weapon this year is the addition of Josh Jacobs. He was solid for them all year long. He gave them a running game that you had to game plan for. The only problem is he doesn't catch the ball out of the backfield, so he's kind of one-dimensional, but he can run and get you yards.
Yeah, he's a workhorse.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a strong running back. He can hold up, take the pounding. He fit in very well with Green Bay last year.
Yeah.
So if they can mix it up with him, and I really believe keeping those wide receivers healthy and keeping their quarterback healthy, their defense is iffy to me.
They got a good tight end.
And their offensive line is iffy to me.
Tight end.
Yeah.
He's serviceable. Well, he's more than serviceable.
Kraft. They got 2 of them.
Yeah,
Kraft and the other kid. They drafted them both the same year.
Kinsley?
No.
Kinsley.
But I know they came out of the same draft class like
Matthew
a year.
Golden.
No,
that was their first round wide
Musgrave.
receiver.
Musgrave.
Brett Musgrave. Yep.
Yeah.
So Musgrave is the more elusive, catch the ball after the run, and Kraft is the more bigger guy. But they were both pretty good.
They were.
But their offensive line, and I don't know if they can really shut people down like that. Remember, they lost Jair Alexander, but like Derek said, he was hurt a lot anyway.
He was.
You could say he didn't even play last year.
He really didn't.
I don't know.
And they lost their defensive tackle, Slayton. They lost their center, Josh Myers. They picked up a free agent guard from the 49ers. I'm not as familiar with him, Aaron Banks. And a cornerback, Nate Hobbs from the Raiders.
Lost Stokes, too.
Yep. Eric Stokes, the defensive back. So their defense was suspect already, and they lost, two big, Alexander and Stokes.
Yeah, they're I mean, that's going to be the question is defensively. Offensively, I think, we know what the quarterback can do with the wide receivers, with the running back. I think they got a good offensive line. I think the question is on the other side of the ball. Will they be able to stop teams on a consistent enough basis to be an elite team?
And keep Love upright. If he stays healthy and he can add the running element and the scrambling element, that gives you a lot more to worry about because Matthew Golden, I knew he was one of the faster dudes in the draft. They're saying he's catching everything in sight, that his hands are so much better than what they ever thought. Anything close to him, he's catching. And he's catching it with his hands. It doesn't get to his body.
Is that him running free on a route?
Yep.
Is that him playing against the grocery store bagger? Or is that what? Is it against the first team? Because I got to see it
they said all through training camp. So he was playing against his own team mainly.
And didn't we just say that they have no?
Well, they lost their cornerbacks.
Yeah.
But they had
They have
two
McKinley.
or three in squad scrimmages where they practice against another
How many
team for
times
a whole
have we
week.
heard that this one XYZ has had a phenomenal camp, and then you get to them first couple Sundays of the regular season, not preseason, the regular season, and they don't do a damn thing. So I got to see it on Sundays. He has the talent, everything's there. I get it. He has
He's a
the
young
speed.
boy.
He's a young boy, but I want to see it on Sundays.
Can he do it in the big lights?
Yeah.
The thing is, I don't think all the attention will be just on him because he has several other quality wide receivers in the room. And if Love can pick and choose and spread the ball out, they won't be able to concentrate. It's not like he's going in there as the number one and they say, put the number one DB on him and shut him down.
Yeah.
When they were healthy, the receiving core they had before this draft.
Oh, yeah.
And you
Reed.
put key on it.
And we're missing a young boy that came in for Dobbs when he got hurt. Reed.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was Watson, somebody else, and then Dobbs, and then Reed stepped up.
Mm-hmm. They had a good receiving core.
He was like Jekyll and Hyde. Yeah. He would either catch I had him in fantasy. He would either have 5 or 6 catches, or he'd have no catches.
This being Reed?
Yeah.
I felt like he caught the long ball, but he dropped the stuff that had some zip on it, like over the middle and 20 yards or in. If the ball had some zip, it's like he started running before he could run.
And that's another one. He's got some burners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was better on the long ball.
It was kind of frustrating because, like I said, he started off the season good. Then it was like he went into hibernation. Then he came back out, and then he flamed out at the end again. But it remains to be seen what they can do. How about let's talk about your Minnesota Vikings.
I have them finishing in the second place in this division. Not as good a record as last year. And one of the things Kevin mentioned, the McCarthy factor. I don't know what to expect. He did sit out a year, but we seen that happen with another guy, Mr. Mahomes, and that worked out pretty good because they learned the offense before they had to get on the field. No. I'm just saying it could work out.
I can't even put McCarthy and Mahomes in
The situation, but sitting out a year, you get to absorb more. I'm not saying he'll have the same numbers. I'm saying he'll have a benefit.
The thing is with the Minnesota Vikings is the thing that's going to hurt McCarthy in the beginning is the Addison suspension.
Yes,
because honestly, the last 2 years, their quarterbacks were nobodies and they put up numbers. That receiving core is crazy,
which is very thin right now.
But what I'm trying to say, that receiving core is crazy. No matter if you get somebody out there that can be competent and throw the ball and not cause turnovers, you're going to get somewhere with them guys.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody's trying to shit on McCarthy, but if he, I'm not saying you. But if you give him the opportunity where he can just stand upright and just get the ball to them guys, they're going to make things happen.
Yeah, they set themselves behind the 8 ball because, well, not them. The Addison suspension is going to kill them. And I even think, Jones is getting a year older. They're running back. Not to say
but they brought in Jordan Mason. They split it up with him. I love that move. He's a bigger back.
They did.
Average 5 yards a carry.
So, I'm not saying that they're not, but I happen to agree with you that they might finish. The only reason why I put him in second is because of the J.J. McCarthy thing. I don't know what he's going to be.
Yeah, I think
the unknown is the area.
I think that is the overwhelming thought for the Vikings. It's the quarterback. Let's face it, we know that they can put up numbers and stacks, but the most important position on the field is the quarterback position.
Unless you can run the ball.
Yeah.
And our offensive line got very good this year.
And we don't.
And we added another running back who can run the ball. So play to your strength.
Yeah.
Until you see, don't put McCarthy in a situation where he has to pass or he has to play from behind. If we can run behind that line, and I'm not sure if Darius was back at the beginning. I know he's in camp.
Yeah.
I know he's playing, but I don't know if he'll be ready to go full speed.
What was his injury?
Knee. Blew it out against the Rams. 2 seconds before the half, remember?
Yeah.
But they also got better on their defense. I really loved last year.
These guys put up a lot of pressure. You guys blitzed like just about every down.
And our weakest thing on defense was we got beat up the middle because we weren't tough enough. What did we go out and do? Sign 2 good meat Eater's run stoppers, Hargrave and who's the other one? We signed 2 defensive.
Rogers.
The one that came from the Redskins. I mean, the one that came over from Washington. We got Jonathan Allen.
Jonathan Allen.
So we got Jonathan
Rogers is
Allen.
the
We got 2
cornerback that came over.
300-pound defensive linemen that are going to be hot. They're going to run stop. You know, that was a big problem because we were bad against teams passing, but I felt like teams gutted us all the time. Just ran the ball up the middle and bullied us up the middle.
It's because you blitzed every down. When
Yeah,
you blitz,
guys-
when you
you guys
blitz
were-
every down, you
But like,
you're throwing
I
your.
think you
I
like
think to hide
They're
that
throwing you a
weakness.
Second in
That's what
blitzing
defense-
in the NFL.
That might have been
Mhm.
first.
Our defensive ends, I love. I thought they would be good, but you know, Van Ginkel and the other guy that came over, yeah,
whatever his name.
I didn't think they were going to be that good. I mean, I didn't want to lose Hunter, but I wasn't that mad watching the game because them 2 were always involved in every play.
Yeah, they were tough.
They're going to be good on defense. Their offensive line got better. If the coach is smart, let's try to run the ball behind that offensive line and only pass when we have to. Don't put McCarthy. Make him a game manager.
Do you think that will upset Jefferson?
No, because Jefferson, he's still going to get looks. It's just that they're not going to pass all the time. With Donald, they were passing a lot.
I'll tell you what, in the first 3 games, he's not going to see too many balls because they're going to double his ass.
And that's where I think Hawkinson's going to come in. He had a down year last year, and I think he'll be the safety net. Hawkinson?
Yeah.
He was last year. He started off, he missed the first 5 games. He came over hurt because remember, he got hurt in the playoff game against the Lions.
You played us in the playoffs?
2 years ago.
Oh.
They tackled him low and took out his knee.
Nah, that's the name of the game, bro.
Yeah,
That's
but
what happens.
but I'm saying this year, I think Hawkinson will have to be the number 2 for the first 3 weeks. Now, if we can be 2-1 instead of 1-2 after the first 3 games, Addison's back. If everybody stays healthy, McCarthy adjusts to what he can and can't do, and his confidence will go up. If we don't start off 1-2, I think we'll be all right.
I don't know if you
But not as good as last year.
when McCarthy had like some type of like mental health issues. He used to always go in college like an hour or 2 before the game. He'd be sitting underneath the goalpost.
I wasn't aware of that.
Meditating for like a half hour.
I don't know if that was mental health. I thought that was just part of his getting his game prep.
Yeah, I remember them showing that.
But he's a winner. I wasn't happy with that pick. I was like, I wasn't a McCarthy
I'm
fan
not-
when he got
that
drafted.
I'm not saying.
But the
anything
fact
about
that he
his
was able
skill
to
on the
win a
field.
national championship,
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, he did have a great team.
he did. But look at the blueprint. What did the coach go out and do? Fortify that offensive line. What did Michigan do? Run the ball down your throat. They have to change. They have to play to his strengths right now until he's comfortable enough to beat you with his arm. Jefferson says he thinks the kid's going to be all right.
If Jefferson's not getting the ball, he's going to cause a rip.
Right. But when Jefferson was there at the beginning of the year, he was singing McCarthy's praises.
He's supposed to.
Yeah. But if
Gotta
things ain't that
build the kid
well,
up.
you just won't comment. You just stay quiet. You're not going to say nothing negative
Nah, you gotta
unless you're
build the kid
Caleb.
up. You got to. It's all about instilling confidence in this
Yeah.
kid.
But they
You have
won
to.
14 games last year. I don't see them winning 14 games this year.
Mm-mm.
And I have them winning significantly less. I have them 10-7, 9-8, possibly. But that being good enough for second. And I have Detroit. I have every team down except Chicago. I still have Detroit winning the division, but you can't lose both your coordinators who were 2 of the best in the league. You also lost Frank Ragnow to
When did we switch to Detroit already?
retirement. Well, no.
Just jumped
He
right
just
in.
flipped
right
over.
I'm just saying that you're right. I was giving reasons why every team
I'm
is
sitting
going to
there
go
being
down.
quiet, and he's coming at me real quick. Like,
Well, I'm not coming at you.
But he knows where we're building up to.
Mhm.
He knows because we spoke about, when we try to talk about Derek, we try to press Derek, he gave literally a two sentence answer. We need to be more in detail about that as to how. So yes, this is the segue over to the Detroit Lions. So Steve was headed in the right direction.
I didn't say he wasn't.
He was headed,
Just
but he
jumped the gun.
decided to flip it himself. I'm going to turn the page myself.
Well, I
don't
wasn't
care.
even thinking of that. I was
I
trying
don't
to back
even
up my
Stop.
argument by saying I think they're going to drop off from last year because of their coordinators, but they lost 2 key offensive linemen too. That's a lot to replace with new coordinators. Zeitler went to the Titans and Ragnow retired.
So I will
2
say,
great offensive linemen.
I will say this. All right. We've seen this story before. And it happened what 3 years ago with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Lost most of them.
When they lost offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator
It's the price
after
of
they went to the
success.
Super Bowl.
Yep, the price of success.
That following year, they did not even make the
You're
playoffs.
talking about the Eagles, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, but this is my thing with that, and obviously the Eagles shit the bed. My thing is both offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator. Not one of them see the field.
Excuses.
No, it's not an excuse. Not one of them see the field on Sundays or Mondays or Thursdays.
They control what happens on the field.
But they don't see the field.
Uh,
They're not
they're the
not the one.
general.
They're not the one running the ball. They're not the one catching the ball. They're not the one throwing the ball.
They're the ones that determine who does. They're the generals. Like you're in a war. You're going to war every Sunday.
So
That's
basically, there's somebody else that took their spot.
Are they going to mesh that talent together as good? Ben Johnson, I thought, was head and shoulders above a lot of offensive coordinators.
I'm not saying he wasn't.
bottom line.
That talent.
bottom
That
line-
talent is
the
that
skill
talent.
position players are still there.
Bottom
That
line.
talent is talent.
Bottom line is you got to put them in the talent in the right positions to win.
And at the right
And
time.
if you're not and if you like he's saying, if you don't put them in the right spots at the right time, it could make
Change
all the
the
difference in
results.
the world.
People
I
can
look at it
adjust
this way.
better.
I look at it this way. A coach is a coach, and they're going to make. Sometimes coaches will make decisions to help you win. Sometimes they will make decisions to help you lose.
Yeah.
It's just how consistent will it be? And from most people's take, that is the thing that is going to be the it factor, is losing both the offensive and defensive.
And to me, that's their biggest challenges because they were both good at what they did.
The talent
Is the replacement going to be able to get the same results out of that?
And now you got to think of it like this. Also, all them guys that were hurt are coming back.
They are.
One of them was a huge game changer,
Yes.
and he's back,
He's going to be good no matter who the defensive coordinator is.
and he's back. So I think he's going to make a difference on that defense.
All right.
No, it's not arrogance. It's the truth.
No, he's going to make a difference.
It's the truth.
But you also lost Carlton Davis.
So
You've like
CJ
'Cause I was
Gardner
trying to-
Johnson, Carlton Davis. You lost some of those pieces.
CJ Gardner Johnson, we lost him 2 years ago.
who's the defensive
What?
end you lost? You lost the defensive end. No injury. He's not.
No, he's hurt.
What's his name?
The guy that left Minnesota to go to Detroit,
Davenport?
Hutchins,
Davenport?
Marcus Davenport.
He's not hurt. He was hurt last year. He's back this year. He's not hurt.
Then you lose Zarius Smith.
Yes.
Well, we just signed him because Hutch went down.
Okay, but like, let's
But
go back
he
real
was
quick to what I
decent.
was gonna say.
Yeah, he was
the
decent.
coordinators, like you lost him, but I think the easiest fix to that is to not change much.
We're not.
Each coordinator had to have an assistant that was the man that standing
Yep.
next to the man.
Yep.
So that person or person that should have just stepped up and filled that void, right or wrong. I think that's the easiest transition. I think the Eagles, when they did it, they bring in two different, like a whole different route, and that's what killed them because
The
then
Detroit, Iowa
now you
did.
got a whole nother system coming
The
in.
defense
Because
was
Kellen
high
Moore
with
brought
the,
in something that he wanted to do.
the offensive coordinator was the guy. I forget where he came from, but he was with Detroit like 3 years ago when Ben Johnson.
So he's
first got-
familiar with the talent.
So he's familiar with everything.
Okay.
So
if I'm the head coach, I am telling them, listen, we don't want to make many changes.
no, we're not gonna.
We want to keep. We want the identity that we had last year is the identity we want this year as well. Barring the last game, but we need to do a lot of the same things that we did last year. Now I'm gonna go to your adage. We've got tape. So are there going to be teams that are going to do a lot of the things that the Washington Commanders did and how they played you? They attacked. They were very. So if you notice something about this is something that I noticed about the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions were always the aggressor right off
Always
the rip.
got out quick, got ahead.
Right off the rip. And Washington took that role from opening kick to end. So now it's like, do we need to emulate what they did? Do we need to be the aggressor? Do we need
It
to
is
make
the
chances?
copycat league.
Because when they took the chances, they hit. Then when Detroit wants to go to match them, it kind of took them out of their comfort zone, and it seemed like they were stressing it more as opposed to letting it come natural or being the first one out the gate.
They weren't used to playing from behind.
They
were always used to playing from ahead and then keeping teams at bay.
All right, so
it changes your game plan.
And not for nothing, and I'm not going to defend it, but I'm going to defend it. There will not be no practice players from other teams on that defense to start out
on the offensive line.
To start out, what he's saying is Washington attacked our defense.
Right.
That ain't going to happen because we're not going to have. We're not going to have.
It's not like they're going to be an elite
practice
defense with the return of Hutchinson. They're going to be better, but
it's not just Hutchinson.
Who else? I mean, you got Brian Branch, yeah, but they don't have enough on defense yet. They're still building.
Did you forget about Kirby Joseph?
They're catching up.
Who is opposite of Hutchinson? Did you sign anyone?
Davenport.
And Davenport missed all last year. And they didn't sign Zadarius Smith back, who stepped in well for them.
Yet.
Now they drafted Tyleek Williams, who's a defensive tackle.
And McNeil is out.
I don't know.
Ali McNeil is out
right away.
He's going to have to.
He's going to have to, but I don't know if he's ready.
But we'll get Ali McNeil before.
That's the guy I like a lot.
Now, from what I'm listening to both sides, I can hear both sides of the arguments. I can hear your side of you saying we're going to have regulars. I can hear your side saying you might not be a dominant defense. So what I'm going to say, and what I can will ultimately, the thing that I would say is, I think they're still going to be a good team because they're offensively they just have good players. Defensively, how will they come up to speed to match with their defensive coordinator? That is going to be the challenge. So when I look at them offensively, I'll say, you know what? Yeah, there might be a little learning curve. Defensively, you've got guys that weren't there or were missing for long periods of time with a new defensive coordinator. How long will it take the players and the defensive coordinator to get on the same page? I don't think it's going to be long for the offensive coordinator.
We have our base
because
we have our base guys.
Because I think the learning curve for the defense is going to be a little bit more than it will be for the offensive side of the ball.
We'll have our base guys. We'll have Hutch, Davenport. We'll have Jack Campbell. We'll have Alexander Zaloni. We'll have our two safeties. We'll have our cornerback who was a rookie, and then we picked up Ward from the Jets, who's gonna man the other cornerback. We're gonna have
Ward's not the same guy he used to be.
Who is Steve?
I know, but I'm looking at somebody that's going to help you. I don't know how much he's going to help you. He's on a decline in his career.
I don't know if he's on a decline.
He's bounced around the last couple of years since he's left San Fran.
Do you know which Ward I'm talking about?
I'm
not Ward. Reed.
Jimmy Wood.
Reed.
Okay.
DJ Reed. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I said Wood.
You said Wood. Yeah.
I'm sorry. We don't have a Wood. We have a DJ Reed. I'm sorry.
All right.
That was my fault.
He was a free agent
From the
for
Jets.
you guys. Yes, and he's good. But I want to. All right, the jury's out on that, right?
And don't forget our two safeties.
I like your safeties. I don't think your defensive line is going to get it done yet, but we'll see, because I think they're going to try to take Hutch out of the game, and we're going to force. I don't know if Davenport's going to be enough when they double team Hutch. Is he going to be able to put enough pressure on? We don't know when McNeil's going to come back in the middle, like when he's going to get back.
He'll be back before November.
Back up to his all-pro status.
He'll be back before November.
But the bigger issue I see, and I want to ask Kev, because him being an offensive lineman, how big is it to lose two key offensive linemen in the same year? Yes,
one is huge,
and especially the center calling the offensive line.
The worst one to lose is your center, because your center is your quarterback,
an all-pro that ran the offensive line.
He should be knowing where everything's going on, and sometimes he's telling the quarterback who's blocking who. That's how important your center is. Your center is just losing your center is probably. I'd rather lose my running back than my center in some cases.
Wow,
we lost our center for 4 games last year, and we won all 4 games.
But you lost him and Zeitler. And Zeitler was right next to Senna. They probably had a great working relationship. Kev, I know what y'all gonna do. You know how to cover me. I can cover you.
One year together?
Huh?
They had a great relationship playing 1 year together?
Yeah, because they were both
both
savvy veterans.
I'm not sold on Zeitler.
Well,
you
got 2/5 of your line that have to be replaced.
We picked up Ratledge, which is a good pickup.
It was.
And he's the God?
God.
Well, who's playing center? Kev just said how
Glasgow.
important the center is.
Graham Glasgow, who's played center in this league and did all right.
I don't think he'll be Ragnow. Ragnow was superior. Ragnow was a top 3 center in the league, correct?
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to get top 3 production. So your production at that position goes down. It might be decent, but it's going to go down, which is going to make your offense a little. No, I think your running. I think your running game's going to not be as easy.
What am I supposed to not? He's going to come at me. I'm supposed to have an answer.
Not come at you. Just presenting questions that I want to see how you're going to deal with it.
Those are flaring more so than usual.
No, not at all.
Hey, here comes the skin starting to flush. I see he's been kind of calm, but I see the skin flushing.
The blood pressure's starting.
Yeah.
We need a cuff over there
I'm fine.
take his BP.
I'm fine.
We need a cuff to take that BP.
I'm fine.
I just think that it's asinine not to identify losing Ragnow and Zeitler.
Who said it's that? Who said I'm not?
No, I'm not.
No, but you like Kev said, you have an answer for it. Like it's not going to change. You can't lose a top.
Did I
3
say
center.
it's not going to change? You asking me who's replacing these guys? I'm telling you.
No,
And I'm saying, but the level of play is just going to.
The funny part about it went from defense to now all of a sudden to the offensive line.
Because there was those are the 2 issues I believe are going to be a problem with Detroit.
Okay.
And I wanted to bring up both. We addressed the defense.
Well, your running backs
See the holes.
regress a little bit.
No
Protection for
I
Goff.
think they will.
I don't think they will.
I think
think-
they will.
And I don't think they'll use Montgomery as much because I think Ben Johnson did a great job of game planning where Gibbs was effective, where Montgomery. He put
You're
him.
gonna see both of them on the field at the same time this year.
Maybe.
At times. You'll see that.
All right. So can we get to predictions? Predictions.
All right.
What are we seeing? Who do we think is going to? We'll start with the top. Who do we think is going to win?
I think that's unanimous.
Unanimously, we all said Detroit.
Yeah,
Detroit.
Just how
I don't know,
they
but
won't be as good as last year.
I think
I just don't think they're going to win 15 games.
No, I don't think they're going to win 15 games.
What's the regression rate? And I want you to be honest there.
I say 11-6.
I say Green Bay finishes second.
Then I can't even argue because that's about where I have them.
I got Green Bay.
12-5, 11-6.
I got Green Bay. All right, so can we go first with numbers?
Yep.
For the Lions, what is their win total?
11-5.
11-6.
11-6.
Yep.
I got them at 12-5.
Either or. I crossed out 12-5 and put 11-6.
All right, so
When I looked at their schedule, first place schedule.
second place team, who do we feel? Who are we feeling? I got Green Bay. You got Green Bay.
I got Minnesota.
He's got Minnesota. Who do you have?
I have Minnesota.
Okay, he
But
has-
by 1 game.
okay.
It might even be the same record. But
So
Yes.
win totals. What do we see?
Minnesota 9-8, Green Bay 8-9. That could flip flop. I'm agreeing with Derek too much here.
Green Bay 10-7 for me.
I have them at 11-6.
They got stuff to work on to get there.
Okay, well,
you have Green Bay at 11-6.
Their schedule is pretty
11-6.
tough too. Remember the divisions you
I
said they
know,
were playing.
I know,
I went
I
through
know.
everybody's schedule before I made that up.
I don't know. I don't think I have Green Bay.
Minnesota third at 9-7. Or 9-8, whatever it is.
I got the Vikings
I have
at
them at
9-8.
I have them at 9-8. So we all got them at 9-8.
Yep.
I just think that'll be good enough for second. But that's what I was talking about. The whole division's kind of caught up to each other, and they all got the same tough schedule because they play the same AFC division.
I have Chicago winning 4 games.
I have Chicago winning 6 to 7.
Chicago 6 games.
I got
Ben Johnson's at least 1 game
I
better.
got him with 7.
And they added people.
But my thing is that schedule, bro. Like,
It
Schedule
is.
is tough.
But everybody surprises somebody. There's always that's why bookies are in business.
That's
Not everything goes the way it's supposed to go.
I got him with 4 wins
Hold on.
with a
When
surprise.
you say bookies are in business, we're talking about a point spread. We're not talking about win-loss.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'm
That's
just
why
saying, if
bookies are in
everything
business.
went according to plan all the time, it would be so easy for people to bet. There's always surprises. There's always somebody playing better than usual. There's always a big play or a defensive
I remember
interception.
a couple of years ago, and I made this bet with Colorado. The first year Dion was there, they were predicted to win like 2.5 games, and they blew it out the water in the first 3 weeks. So
Yeah, and then they didn't win after that.
Shit, I want my money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. So I think we're all in agreement. With the top place team. Second, I think we've got the
Same thing as last week. We dilly-dallied with the second and third. I think you liked Pittsburgh better than Cincinnati, and we liked Cincinnati. But it was a 1-game difference. That's pretty close.
Yeah. Needless to say, I think it's going to be a good division. It's going to be
one of the better divisions.
Yes.
Yep. Best.
It's going to be a good division. It's going to be highly competitive, I think. 1 through 3, I think, is going to be good. And then I think we all seem to agree the 4th place team in Chicago will be the
no rollover.
It'll be tough. I just see that I see Chicago as maybe another year and a half away.
Yeah. Let Ben Johnson build for 2 or 3 years.
Yes. I just, it's not going to be, we're not going to have a huge turnaround. So we're just in time. I think we've got on the phone. I think we've got
They just signed that back up to $10 million.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
WMB1 Radio.
Is this Brian? This Tim Witherspoon.
Hey, Tim Witherspoon. How you doing, champ?
I'm fine. I was leaving from the gym, and then I'm leaving from buying groceries, and I kind of like forgot about the phone calls just to call in.
That's all right. You're on live with us now.
I'm in the car driving. Yeah, I'm in Ben Salem. I'm in Ben Salem. I was trying to stay in shape, so maybe I'll get a fight with Jake Paul. No, seriously, with Jake Paul or somebody. I'm in good shape. And then I forgot that I was on Aliquis, which is blood thinner. About 2 years ago, I had blood clots. A year ago, I had blood clots and I almost didn't make it.
Oh, geez.
So the doctor told me that I won't be able to do no contact sports. So I talked to him the other day and he said, Tim, I don't think that you're going to be able to do an exhibition. And I said, well, he said, yeah, it's Aliquis. You're on blood thinner. And I said, oh, God. I said, okay. And then so I was trying to break up a fight and I didn't even do nothing. My hand swelled up. So I got scared then. I was breaking up a fight and I didn't even do nothing. Then my hand swelled on the left side. And I said, oh. So that's what the doctor was telling me. I can't do nothing. So I'm calling you guys so we can have fun. We can have fun. When is that?
September.
That would be September
14th.
Hold 14th. On, I've got it right here. September 14th.
I love everybody. I love everybody, man. This world is so messed up. We got to try to do the best we can to try to make things positive and make people smile because it's really messed up, man.
Agreed.
I'm looking forward to working doing the thing with you guys. And try to make positive things happen.
So we need to give you your flowers. 2-time boxing champion. All right.
2-time heavyweight.
That's right. 2-time boxing heavyweight champion. And so we here at the show typically, we love, first and foremost, love to give you your flowers. Definitely a legend. And we appreciate the show that you put on. Back then when you fought, we're talking 15 rounds, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was the first person to not. I mean, I was the last boxer to fight 15 rounds because they blackballed it.
Yes,
people were getting hurt.
Yeah. Yes. So we're talking 15 rounds. Most fighters and stuff, they don't know what that means because they don't do 15 rounds anymore.
Right.
So
I've done it before.
We like to commend you on that. That in itself right there is a huge difference. Just imagine fighters nowadays having to go 3 more rounds. It's
too much on your body.
You even see a 12-round fight.
Yeah. People get tired making it to 12. To think it was 15 rounds in the heavyweight division with those heavy hitters.
And it happened because of Dooku Kim passed away.
Yes. Him and Mancini.
Yes. So, my question to you is, in your career, what pro fight are you most proud of? The one fight that you can look back and say, listen, I did everything, and I am the most proud to say, I did this in a fight. What fight can you look back and you point at and say, listen, I knocked it out the box?
Well, I felt that did real good against Larry Holmes. Me only having
that's what we were gonna say.
We were all hoping that you were saying that.
We all thought you won that fight.
me fighting Larry Holmes. I only had 7 amateur fights. I only been fighting 2 years, and I had a really good trainer. And I really praise my trainer for getting me ready for the fight. So 2 years after I was an amateur, I'm fighting one of the best boxers in boxing history, one of them.
Absolutely.
And then my other one was Frank Bruno in England. I went over in his
he was a beast.
His country with 60,000 people screaming at me and our guys, and we come out on top, me knocking them out in the 11th round.
Nice.
So that was another big one. That was another big one also. And we had to fight them to get home. We had to fight them to get to the hotel because they was trying to kill us. And then later on, I started going on. I got a grandson over there. I got a daughter that's from England.
Oh,
I started a relationship. With a lot of people over there. So,
that's good.
And Ireland. So
one thing I'm curious about: what was the biggest difference fighting over there? Because I know they're maniacs about their soccer. Were they the same way about boxing? They were like real crazy about supporting their people, and it was like you guys were the enemy, the American coming over. Like they were big Frank Bruno fans, right? So
yeah.
So what was the energy like? Like was like 60,000 people? You said?
Yeah. Well, the thing was, I was representing my country. And it was big. It was something that anybody that's involved in sports or something big, this was their shot to become somebody. I went to another country and they had everything. They had all the people there. They had everything. They were even sending women to my room to see if I would mess with them, so to throw me off. Yeah. So Don King moved us to a different part of the country because they were trying to tempt us and everything. They was trying to do that. They use all kind of tactics. But that was something great in my life that I ever went through, going over to another country, defending my championship, and coming out on top, winning. And there's a lot of other things that happened too that really added on to a lot of things that made me who I am today.
Nice. Tim,
and it was a woman. There's a woman behind me. Look, I got 10 siblings. My father passed away, but my mom was always there. My mom raised us, and my grandmom. So it wasn't no man that I would call when I was at the fight. Say like I'm at the fights. I call my grandma Fanny. My grandma Fanny, she called me every time I had a fight. My grandma made sure she called me and get me ready for the fight. She said, Timmy, she's from South Carolina. She said, Timmy, don't you come on with no lose no fight. You better keep your hands up and you better whip that boy. Every fight, I got uncles and everything. Nobody called me but my grandma Fanny. She said, Timmy, you better whip this boy butt. And I mean it. So it was a woman behind me. Behind me when I became champion, when I was boxing, and about my life, my mom and my grandma. I had a lot of uncles and stuff, but my grandmom and my mom, they were close to us, making sure we do the right things.
Nice.
How does you ever been hit, Tim? Which boxer?
How's what?
How does you ever been hit? Which boxer?
How did I get hit?
No, your toughest opponent. Who hit the hardest heavyweights?
Okay, my kid's mother. Boy,
I was gonna say Grandma Faye. She hit the hardest.
No. Let me see. I had a good defense, guys, and I blocked a lot of my punches. I did
Philly
get hit.
Shell.
Huh?
The Philly Shell. Was that what it was called?
Well, the Philly Shell is not exactly what everybody's doing. I know the Philly Shell. The Philly Shell is just a tight defense. What these guys doing now is not the Philly Shell. And I asked all the old trainers, That movement you guys see is not the Philly shell. The Philly shell is when you keep both your arms tight up against your head, like your temple, your knuckles. What's these here? Your not your see your knuckles. Those what's the things down from the knuckles?
Elbows?
When you ball your fists up, you put them on your temple real tight. Then you put your elbows against your body. That's the shell, not all that stuff that Floyd Mayweather and them doing. Yeah, the shell is just a tight defense where you just take both your arms, put them up against your body real tight, and nothing to get in. Keep your elbows against your body, and your hands going to be where your temple at, and it's tight, no movement. Everybody, that's false. If you look on YouTube, you'll see me explaining the Philly shell. The Philly shell is not all that movement. It's just one tight defense where you keep it tight, and they keep throwing punches and you block them. There's no other movement. So they got it all mixed up. Somebody got it all mixed up. And if you look on YouTube, you'll see me showing the real Philly shell, not that stuff.
But still, which opponent do you think hit the hardest in your career?
Who I think hit the hardest?
Yeah.
Ernie Shavers.
Oh, I wasn't aware you fought him.
Ernie Shavers.
Ernie Shavers, yeah. Ernie
Everybody
Shavers
says
was
that.
a knockout man.
Yeah.
That's a great
Ernie
throwback.
Shavers. I was with Ernie Shavers. Ernie Shavers, Don King had him at his camp in Orwell. Don King had a training camp in Orwell. All of us was there. I had to train there all the time and everything. And Ernie Shavers was one of the nicest guys I ever met. When we were in the camp, he would come in. Well, he like guys like me, he wouldn't bother us. But like the other guys, the sparring partners, he would make sure to get up and run and be ready. But he left me, Mitch Green, David Bay, Michael Dokes. He wouldn't bother us, but everybody else he messed with. But he was a real nice person, Ernie Shavers. I'm a pleasure to meet that guy, man. He was really cool. He passed away.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Ernie Saber was in Don King's camp, making sure all the boxers get up and run, make sure they get their food. But he left all the top guys alone. He didn't bother like Michael Dokes, me, or Tyson never came when we was there. But Mitch Green, all those guys, he didn't bother us. But all the sparring partners and all the other boxers, he would make sure they get up and get in shape.
Can you we obviously we know that you were a sparring partner with Muhammad Ali. Can you
Muhammad Ali?
Can you give us some insight as to when you used to spar with him? What did he used to say? Was he playful? Was he joke? Did he joke with you? What did he have that Muhammad Ali aura about him?
Charisma.
Yeah, this the thing about during this time when Muhammad Ali was getting ready to fight Larry Holmes, he was sick. He was sick. When I would spar with him, he didn't give off no energy or nothing. There was, I went back to the corner and said, Slim, I said, something wrong. He said, yeah, Tim, I've been noticing it. He said, don't hit him in his head. It was easy to hit Muhammad in his head. So we would go to the body. Slim said, Tim, go to the body all the time. Do not hit him in the head. And if you hit him to the head, act like you slapping him. This is what my trainer told me. And we found out that Ali was sick when he fought Larry. That was really messed up because he robbed Larry Holmes from his being the greatest. Because Larry Holmes fought a sick man. I was with Muhammad. I was with him. He was weak. He was every time I sparred him, I would go to the body. I would never hit him in his head. And if I did hit him in his head, I would like slap him. I would slap it, wouldn't even hit him hard. And I would fake it. Muhammad Ali, and you hear it straight from my mouth, I was one of his number one sparring partners before he fought Larry Holmes. He was sick and he shouldn't fight. And there was people that wanted him to fight because they wanted money. And there was some people that didn't want him to fight. They didn't care about the money. So that's what was going on. I was right there in the camp when all that was happening. When we got to the fight and when the bell rung, we knew he wasn't going to win the first round. We already knew he was sick, guys, when he fought Larry. And I feel sorry for Larry because Larry fought a sick champion, Muhammad Ali. He was sick.
That's it's
I was there. I was
it,
right there.
oh, we believe you. We believe you. It hurt my soul to see Muhammad Ali lose in the fashion that he did.
Yeah, that was bad.
It was one of those things where this was the guy that had seemed like he had a career that would forever look like the greatest that he was, and to see him take such a horrible beating.
Yeah.
The way he did it, it didn't feel right. But
Yeah, that was bad.
it was avenged, though. We all know that it was avenged because there was another heavyweight champion who went out there and he said, this is pretty much for Muhammad Ali. Mike Tyson.
Yeah, Tyson.
Mike Tyson. That's right.
Sure.
That's right.
Yeah, I was with him. I was with him like a month ago.
Yeah.
We
Mike
were signing autographs. He's a nice guy. Tyson is really a nice guy. He changes like every year. He gets nicer and nicer. Go ahead, tell me what you was going to say.
Oh no. Mike is like you say. It seems like every year, as he gets older, you seem to understand him more. He seems to open up more.
That's 100%.
He seems
That's
to
100%.
He seems to open up more, and he's more personable. Whereas when he was a boxer, he was straightforward. I want to eat your children.
Well,
I want to.
He was a different persona when he was
yeah,
fighting. Now
yeah.
he's just a regular human being
Yes.
with a great history.
So I go on the rooftop and play with my pigeons.
Yeah, Mike. Yeah, Mike definitely. Mike is a character.
He likes
Mike
to
is a
smoke
character.
his
He
weed.
is.
Mushrooms, weed, everything.
And I could tell when he fought Jake Paul that they had it planned.
Oh,
I
yeah.
had an exhibition. I had a fight with the Sandman, a wrestler, and I told Sandman, if you don't throw punches, it's going to make us look bad. Tyson and Jake Paul planned things. They had to make it look good, but they planned that because I could tell the way Tyson held back on some of his punches and how confident Jake Paul was. So I knew that they planned everything.
Yeah, it wasn't the Mike Tyson that we all know and grew to love.
Well, they said he was partying the night before. Somebody said he was partying. Yeah, they said he was partying like he didn't really care.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna be seeing you roughly in a few weeks, September 14th. It's all gonna be taking place at the Seaport Inn and Marina on the historic New Bedford Whaling Port, located at 110 Middle Street in Fairhaven, Mass. You amongst many others are going to be in attendance. It's a star-studded event. And we can't wait to see you. So, a quick question. One more quick question. How did you come to know and get to know Eric Caldera? How did you get to meet him?
Eric.
What's that?
Hold on. Who's Eric?
Eric. So you know Ray, right? Ray Mercer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So do you know Eric, the guy that's having the event that I just talked about? Do you know Eric? No.
Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. I don't think I talked to him that much.
No. Okay. So basically you know him through Ray then.
Lamont. Through Lamont.
Oh, through Lamont. Okay, that's who it is.
Yeah,
okay, Lamont. Okay.
Me and Lamont. Yeah, me and Lamont. Lamont's been helping me. He's been really helping a lot of the boxers. He's doing a really good job. And I didn't even meet the person yet.
Okay,
Lamont
all right. So Lamont is your middleman that knows Eric. Okay, all right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and he's really sharp. And he's getting things on the right track. And he's been helping the boxers out, which really a lot of them do need some help. Like Mitch Blood Green. Remember Mitch Blood Green?
Oh yes.
I've been helping him since we left training camp. Trying to get him on the right track. He still wanna argue with Mike and stuff like that. I'm trying to get him to leave it alone so he can go on with his life.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, that Tyson, he's still this and that. I said, yo, blood, can you try to leave that alone? Let's just work on try to get things better for you. And so it seemed like he's slowing down a little bit more, but he's still hyped over a lot of stuff that happened to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any more questions?
If anytime you want to do something, just give me a call now and let you know if I can do it. Okay.
Okay, I have your number, and thanks for calling in at WMB1 Radio. We appreciate you, and we wish you nothing but the best, champ.
Okay. Just anytime you need to, like, if you want me to get involved or something, if I could be there, I'll do it. Okay.
All right, thank you greatly. We appreciate it.
Was that good? What we just did? Was that okay?
It was great.
Sir.
It was great. It was more than great.
Okay. I'm just gonna say this. I was born in South Philly. My mom used to take me to the Italian market where Sylvester Stallone made the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Okay, don't you know that I've been doing the same thing he did in the movie. My mom, I only lived 10 minutes from the Italian market. My mom used to take me and my siblings to buy groceries. Used to say hi to people. And guess what? When they say the two-time heavyweight champ of Philly, Rocky Balboa, you talking to the real two-time heavyweight champ. I was born right there. I did the same thing he did.
Nice.
Ain't that something?
Nice. Nice.
I did the same thing he did in the movie.
Nice.
All right, so we just trying to capitalize on
it. yeah, no doubt.
All right.
We know who we know who the actor was, but we know who the real light heavyweight champion was.
The real heavyweight champ.
Yes, that would be you.
I walked the red carpet. I walked the red carpet with him and Michael Hasselhoff in Vegas.
Nice.
But he should have advertised that I'm the real two-time heavyweight. I wasn't even thinking about it myself. I said, whoa, he could have said that I'm the real two-time heavyweight champ, and I was born in Philly, right near the market. I did everything. Maybe he wasn't thinking either, huh?
Yeah, no, definitely not. Definitely not.
Okay, you got my number. Keep in touch with me.
All right, thank you. Thanks for calling in, champ. We appreciate it.
When are you gonna? Oh, that's next week. That's in a couple of weeks. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna be looking forward to working with you guys. Okay.
All right. Thanks for calling in. Have a blessed day.
All right. Thank you guys.
All right.
You later. Love you guys.
All
Bye-bye.
right. Have a good one. Yes.
Right.
So that was former heavyweight champion, two-time heavyweight champion Tim Weatherspoon.
Two-time Philadelphia.
Yes.
So many great boxers came out of that area.
Yes.
Man.
Rocky Balboa.
I wanted to mention to him that they actually have. So if you go to Philly, I've been I can't even count how many times I've been to Philly. But if you go into Philly, they actually have a route in which, when Rocky was running all the way, they actually have it's marked out where you can go and you can follow the route where he ran all the way to the steps, all the way to where the trophy statue is. Yeah. They have it all marked out. That is actually so when you go, that they actually do a tour of that. So if you're going through Philly and they go through with the buses, they say this is the route in which Rocky Balboa, ran in the making of the movie Rocky. So yeah, my story would be.
Did you do that in your Cowboys jersey?
So well, you want to know something even funnier? I have a picture where we threw the Cowboys jersey on him. Ha! Yes, I have that picture. Myself and Tyrone. We threw the Cowboys jersey up there on him.
Must have been nobody around.
Oh no, there was people around. There was people around. There was a whole bunch of us. There's a big difference. There's a big difference. Yeah, big difference. Big difference. But yes, thanks to the two-time former heavyweight champion Tim Weatherspoon for gracing WMB1 Radio. Straight to the point sports is greatly appreciated. And hopefully, hey, who knows? Like you said, everybody's getting fights with the Pauls these days.
Tim's
You
a little older than some of the other guys. We thought Tyson,
but you know what? He'll probably punch for real.
Yeah, he's got something to prove.
He'll probably punch for real. All right, so I believe. I was thinking that might have been our other call, but that was just a text message. But yeah, so we can go on with we can until we get the our next call. We can continue with the convo. Or did we finish? I can't even recall. Did we finish?
We were giving our predictions. Everybody was in agreement.
Okay.
We was just giving out the
Chicago
records.
in first place.
Yeah, first.
Detroit in last place.
You want to get the blood pressure going again? You want to get the blood pressure going again?
I have to admit, though, Derek didn't play the homer role like I was expecting. I had a certain line of questioning waiting to go.
Ooh.
And he called it the way he honestly saw it. It wasn't, pro heavy. Like, I think Detroit's the better team.
It went up like 4 degrees over here.
Yeah, I know it was killing
I don't
him.
know what you're talking about.
But he wasn't typical D-Con. If you know D-Con, how animated he gets about his Lions, even when they were 0-16, he was animated about them. Now when they're good, there's no stopping them.
All right, so we'll carry on. We're waiting in for former NFL player Lamont White to call in, and we'll continue on with the show until he calls in. So we just finished up the 2025-26 NFC North preview. We could talk about Paramount purchasing UFC.
Yeah, that's big.
It now is the UFC basically dead from
pay-per-view? Yeah.
Pay-per-view, not UFC.
No, not dead.
Oh.
Is it dead from pay-per-view? Now it's switching over to Paramount.
When is that supposed to start?
What will Paramount do?
26.
Yes.
A couple months.
What will Paramount do? Will Paramount have them? Obviously, it's going to be exclusively on Paramount. Will they open up their own pay-per-view line
They said no.
within? So
They said no.
my thing is, I want to see if they're
It's going to be like a higher price for that particular.
Oh,
streaming
yeah.
service.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
In
That's
streams.
And that's where you get the UFC events. The
But
Fight nights, UFC 3, whatever it's going to be.
But that's what Dazzin was too at first, because Dazzin was a paid. It's a paid
Yeah, it was
swipe.
like $10 a month.
It's a paid site, and like I got it because Boo Boo was fighting on Dazzin.
Yep.
So that's the reason why I had it. And then now that it's more than $10.
Well, they signed a lot more big name people. It's just Boo Boo and Canelo that we know of.
Yeah, but it's more than $10 now. But now, even if you had Dazzin, you had to pay $80 for the fight.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Well, I think Paramount was such a big, because they already had their streaming service out there, and they got so many shows on there. So I think they don't have to do kind of like what Dazzin was something that came on the scene recently. Paramount has had their whole thing. When Paramount buys something and buy it, so I can't foresee them really changing and making it an $80 pay-per-view again. But, stranger things have happened. But for now, I've heard that all is that you can get it if you have their streaming service, which I believe is like, I want to say it's like $16.99 a month.
Yeah, I don't.
That I expect to go up a little bit just because.
That includes the UFC pay-per-view events that happen in America.
Right.
Because I guess overseas, they don't have that contract. So when they go to like
England
or wherever they go, and
Abu Dhabi,
those will still be on pay-per-view. From what my understanding was, from what I read, that's what it was basically talking about. So, but we'll see, because like you said, Dazzin started off a certain way. Even ESPN Plus started off a certain way,
Mm-hmm.
and then you had to pay for the pay-per-view. So we'll see.
I gotta make an announcement. We have a phone line up here, 774-425-2631. All right. I'm seeing some people that are chiming in. They are chiming in via it looks like it's I want to say that it's on Charlie's stream for YouTube. Right now we're not connected to YouTube, so I see a few gentlemen chiming in. You can, we're not actually connected fully to his page, but we can see you speaking to us, but we can't respond to you at this time. So please don't get offended if we can't see some of the responses are coming in, some of them aren't. But just know that we're basically streaming right now, full throttle on Facebook, and we do have a Facebook page which is Straight to the Point Sports, just like you see rolling across on the bottom. So if you can, or you're able to, go to Facebook and join that group, and we'll be able to see your comments exclusively. Just not, like I said, on Charlie's page, which is on YouTube. All right. So please, once again, don't get offended if we don't see the questions coming through. It's just a little glitch that we have right now. Soon to hopefully have it fixed soon. So go ahead, Steve. You got the details with
The deal.
The deal.
Yeah. The move, like we were talking about, Kev, is 7 years, 7.7 billion, 1.1 billion per year for 7 years. Do you know, like, they're not going to lose anything by not charging pay-per-view because their audience is so much more expanded than what the pay-per-view audience is. The pay-per-view audience, if they get a million viewers, they're happy. Paramount's audience is a lot bigger, so that's going to bring in more potential advertising money because your advertising dollar is built on how many people you reach. So if they're reaching 10 million people, the advertising is going to go up. They're going to make up that difference on advertising first.
What's going to happen is probably a lot of the pay-per-view customers aren't Paramount customers, so they're going to get
the increase even more. But the thing also, the 7.7 billion deal for the U.S. rights to the UFC, Paramount will pay an average of 1.1 billion per year to stream 13 marquee events and 30 fight nights annually on Paramount, with select fights airing on CBS payment status. But I was looking for the part that Kev was mentioning about overseas. They don't have control.
They just basically alluded to that by saying that everything's in-house. They don't have control over anything out of the country.
Right. But I think everybody knows they'll make up most of their money first with the advertising. And if it's not enough, or they feel like they're not getting what they need to get out of it, the subscription price will go up a little bit. And when you have that many subscribers, just going up $4 on the subscription price, all of us would say, what? Another $4 and we get to see UFC events? That's nothing. But $4 when it's 10 million people, as opposed to 1 million people subscribing to $80 a night, that's big money. Now you add the advertising money with that little $4 increase. So I think it's only a matter of time before it has to happen. Because how are you going to make back that 1.1 billion?
609-388-0802.
All right. We got our next call on here. Hold on one second.
Shut up.
Good evening. You're in tune to Straight to the Point Sports. Hello.
What's going on, bro? How you doing, Lamont White?
How you doing, Lamont? Great for you to be here with us today. Welcome to WMB1 Radio and Straight to the Point Sports.
Just finished training about 40, 50 kids. Just getting out of training.
There you go. So we like to welcome you here at Straight to the Point Sports. We've got it's a 4-man panel. And we've got one person in particular who is a Minnesota Vikings fan, and
Oh man, that's nice.
That's right.
Boo.
So know a little something about you passing through Minnesota for a little bit of your career.
You still have Vikings fans out there.
Oh man, yeah. Ever since I was like 8 years old.
That's terrible. And he's old too.
Okay.
So Lamont, do you want to give us a brief bio, and let the listening audience know currently, what you're doing, as we speak. You said that you just got through training some kids. You want to let us know what that entails?
Yeah, I'll definitely let you tell. This it's so funny because I've been a football coach over 22 years, right? And played the sport on the highest level, obvious. Made my rounds and I got into coaching and. Then what I'm doing now is total opposite. I'm doing a strength and conditioning coach for the hockey team. So 40 to 50 guys and I train 16s and 18s. And I love doing it. I'm not going to lie. I love it.
Nice. Listen, the bottom line is, you do what makes you happy. And if that makes you happy, training kids, You know, I mean, there's nothing better than watching that, literally watching that, you know, that fruit grow into something,
That's very
and
true.
seeing them develop, especially physically. It's like the fruits of your labor, passing it on and watching them grow and blossom like a flower, literally.
Very good point. Yep, very good point.
It keeps him connected to the athletic world. You know, being a athlete his whole life, it still keeps him involved in the athletic world. Y'all working out with them, right? You're not just training them. Y'all still putting yourself through some of that.
Well, I actually I do it sometimes, but you know, like today we did boxing today, and then we did a whole bunch of ab work. And I'm doing the ab work, right? There's about 10 of them watch me do the ab work. They had stopped. So sometimes it's kind of hard to do it. You got to make sure they're doing it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. Go ahead.
He doing the
Yeah.
by the game. Man, really awesome. Eric is a hell of a guy. Great guy.
Yeah. So tell us, when did your martial arts, when did that come into play?
They came into play this past January. He was down in Atlantic City doing his little thing down there. And a great friend of mine by the name of Ray Mercer introduced me to Eric. And he was telling me what he was doing. I said, I'm all in, man. Anytime you're doing something with the kids, it's something great that he's doing. And we've just been doing a lot of things together since January. I just had a big football camp. He came and cooked for the kids, man. Came all the way from Rollins area. He did kids.
Nice.
Yeah, we were fortunate enough to talk and interview Ray last week. So, you know, he was a very intelligent guy, and we got to talk a lot about his career and some of the things he's doing now. And he did bring up the UFC stuff.
Hello?
Yep. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So and we will be. We'll have the pleasure in a few weeks of you know, everybody being under the same roof, and WNB1 Radio is going to be there. We're gonna have a media outlet there, and we'll get to interview you on an even more personable base, where we'll be face to face, and you know, we're gonna sit down and we're gonna talk to everybody who's going to be in attendance on that night, which is September 14th.
Yes,
like I said, just a few weeks away.
Just looking forward to meeting you guys soon.
Yes, definitely. We all, you know, it's all for a great cause. Once again, Eric is putting together a great show, and has a lot of you know, a lot of people that, you know, he's come across and made ties with to come down and help support the cause, which is, you know, once again, it's for the kids. And anytime someone says it's for the kids, you know, we're willing to you know, go above and beyond and help make it happen.
Nice. Great. Looking forward to meeting you guys, man. I can't wait to get up there.
Yes. So Lamont, tell us, in your time with the Purple People Eaters, the Minnesota Vikings, Minnesota Vikings. Who are some of the marquee players that were on the team?
Oh man, we had
stay?
Chris Carter, Randy Moss, Jake Reed, Dante Culpepper. We had the legendary great Dennis Green as the head coach, a man who gave me my great opportunity for myself. I mean, we had a great organization. It's so funny because Bud Grant still had his office up there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was Robert Smith the running back at that time?
Say it again.
Was Robert Smith the running back at that time?
Oh yeah, it's so funny that when Robert Smith was there, he watched my whole workout when I got signed. Yeah.
Nice. Those are some heavy hitters. You know, Randy Moss, Carter, Culpepper. Those are some great names. Some huge legends in the sport. These guys over here, they're poking fun at the one and only, the sole guy that is a Vikings fan, because they're making fun of him because of the Herschel Walker deal.
Oh my God, that was one of the biggest deals in history.
Yes. And not so much to him. He's sitting here with a straight face, and
he got the stank eye. He ain't no straight face.
He doesn't like when we talk about it.
Biggest heist in NFL history.
What he did, he robbed him and set everything up for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
Dallas Cowboys got 2 Super Bowls about that.
3 Super Bowls. They got 3 Super Bowls out of that.
Yeah.
And ultimately, you know, it was the franchises went in opposite directions.
Yep.
But yeah, so now strengthening, conditioning. This is all something that you're gonna bring, you know, down to the martial arts workshop.
Yes.
Now, do you yourself do martial arts?
No.
No.
I did it when I was real little. I was about 7, 8 years old.
Oh,
And I
you
started getting so big, and I got outgrew it.
you were running around kung fu fighting like Bruce Lee too.
Yeah, you ain't never
Everybody was
lied.
kung fu fighting.
Yeah, everybody. I thought I was Bruce Lee.
Everybody thought they were Bruce Lee.
Leroy.
Yeah, no. So
we talking about the Last Dragon, Bruce Leroy, or we talking about
the real Bruce Lee? We talking about the listen. That's why I said everybody was kung fu fighting, because that song was out back then.
Right.
Everybody was kung fu fight. That song was out. Everybody was running around thinking they were Bruce Lee.
Yeah, you going back in the day.
Yeah. If you didn't have nunchucks, right?
I had those. I had the 3 ones instead of the 2.
Oh yeah. Stubbed my toe with them slippers on one day, never wore them again. I was like, I'm good. There was no padding, no nothing.
Nice. So anybody got questions for Lamont? No. So we look forward to seeing you. And like I said, in a few weeks, we'll all be under the same roof at the Gathering Styles, promoting unity within martial arts. And it's all being put together by Eric Caldera. You will be there, as well as
ain't no question. I'm gonna be right in the building.
As well as your good buddy Ray. He's like we said, we had
my
him last
man.
week. We had him last week, and he can't wait to come down. Let's just say he's a character. You
had Tim Witherspoon on too, right?
Yes, right before you.
Yeah,
yes, right before you as well. You know, he gave us a whole history of you know when he was coming up, how he had a bunch of siblings and pretty much raised by his grandmother. So we can't wait. We can't wait.
I'm looking forward to seeing you guys too.
To interview you guys all in person. Like I said, all under the same roof. It's going to be taking place on September 14th from 9 to 5 p.m. at the Seaport Inn and Marina on the historic New Bedford Whaling Port, located at 110.
I appreciate you guys. You guys have a good night, man. Really, thanks for the opportunity.
Thanks for the opportunity, and we can't wait to see you in a few weeks, man. You have a blessed night and be safe, my man.
Joe. Okay,
all right?
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you, guys.
All right, have a good one.
You too.
All right, so that was special guest former NFL player Lamont White, and before that we had 2-time heavyweight champion Tim Witherspoon. So a few weeks, WMB1 Radio will be we will have our own booth there, and we'll be literally speaking with all these great athletes. We got Patrick Pass.
Are we gonna be live all day?
No, we're not gonna be there all day. We're gonna be there we're gonna be, because remember, it is from 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. So more than likely we're gonna be there for, I'd say, probably to around noon, 9 to 12. I think we can get everybody in. Because like I said, Patrick Pass, Major Harris, Lamont White, who we just had on the phone, Ray Mercer, who we had last week. They got Don Wilson, Orlando Melendez. Also, they have meet and greets with Jason Pyers. They got Richard Petronelli. They've got GM Rocky DeRico, and a whole slew of other people. So it's going to be a star-studded day, and we plan on capturing it all live. With a sit down and interview with all the people that are going to be in effect. Time now is 10:08. Before we get out of here, we need to talk about Paige Beckers and the things that she's doing. For the WNBA. We look at the contrasting styles of how she's being covered as opposed to her predecessor.
just doesn't make sense why she's not getting the same love and accolades when she's actually surpassing those numbers, except for scoring.
Yes.
But, she's more dimensional. She does so many more things.
She's a complete player.
Yes.
She's a very complete player.
Assist, rebound, steals, everything.
Yes. And
just a winner.
She is not getting the same coverage in which Caitlin Clark gets. All the hoopla and stuff. And if you look at these two players right now, currently you got one that's been out injured for an extended period of time, and one that's been ascending and just and the crazy part about it is you look at what Caitlin Clark did last year, and obviously they made a lot of improvements to their team. I think next year Paige Beckers is going to do the same thing. They're going to have a number. They're going to have. There you go. Mm-hmm. They're going to have. They're going to get some help, and before you know it, and with an addition or two of some key players, I think she's going to be up there.
Does Juju come out next year or no?
No, the year after. The year after. But it is going to be interesting to see. Next year. Like I said, with the addition and the help that she's going to receive, look out, because she is here. And like we said, she is a more complete player.
And makes everybody around her better.
Yes. But it's kind of baffling to see how how she's covered and how Caitlin Clark is covered. I can guarantee you, I know they're basically saving her for the playoffs. And it's going to be interesting on that first night she comes back. It's going to be like the first game watching her, the media coverage, how everybody's going to be around me. Oh, can't wait to see her. But yeah, we're watching a young lady that is doing all kinds of things. Hold on. So we've got the actual person that's going to be doing this stuff on here. Good evening. Welcome to WMB1 Radio and Straight to the Point Sports. What's up, Eric?
Hey, what's going on? B Mags, what's going on? I heard your 2 interviews. Very proud of you. It was great interviews, both of those cats.
Yes. We were just saying that we can't wait and look forward to seeing them in person on the day of, the great event that you're going to be holding on September 14th. So listen, everybody, well, I can't say everybody, but a good amount of people have been on the show. Thanks to you. You're bringing all these people down and putting them under one roof. So now you can tell us what this event means, what it's for, who's coming down. The floor is open to you. Go ahead. Let the people and the listeners know what it's all about.
All right. And just so you know, the event is just a character building event. This is just a side hobby that I do, and I am affiliated with all these celebrities, actors, authors with can-do attitudes that never gave up. Nice. And that's what I'm bringing to the city of New Bedford, my hometown. I've literally been all over the United States and Okinawa and stuff, doing the same thing, and I'm just coming back to New Bedford to make it happen,
Nice. I remember you telling me that a few years back, you pick a charity that you donate and everything. I remember you said it was the Boys Club, right? The Boys and Girls Club, correct?
No. Well, that was like way back in the days.
Yeah.
We donate to like local charities and so forth. The Gathering of Styles itself is a nonprofit. So we were all about helping each other. You know, when you do that, many hands make light work. You know what I mean? Exactly. And that's why I bring in all my friends to bless our city of New Bedford and make it more powerful because, we got to make the next generation stronger. We got to teach young men how to tie a tie for their first job interview. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. They the kids, they are our future. And if we don't lead them, in the right direction, then shame on us. You get what you get because these are the people that are going to be making decisions and doing stuff while we're transitioning. So it would behoove us to not teach them the right way.
Yeah, and you know what? I know a lot of people don't know me, but let me tell you, I grew up in the city, New Bedford. I don't forget people like Rob Mendez, director of the Boys Club. He took over for Bucky Vincent, and he's making a difference to the young gentlemen of the Boys Club. You know what I mean? I'm proud of that guy.
Yes. So it's funny because when you say Boys Club, you're showing your age, because now it is the Boys and Girls Club.
Actually, I used to go back in the days when I went to Rodman School, and Mr. Vincent lived across the street from the Boys Club, and Ann and I did pottery upstairs, and we had bowling downstairs. I know I'm showing my age, but
Definitely.
you know what? I'm a proud citizen of New Bedford, and I'm proud to say I have a memory of that.
Listen, there's not too many people who've come out of the New Bedford period, and can't say that they haven't been through or gone through the Boys and Girls Club, now what it is. But listen, we are all of us here are everybody that is on this panel right here has gone through the Boys Club and has done something at one point or a time or another. It's just part of New Bedford. It's a mainstay. It's a staple. And like you said, some of us had the pleasure of having Mr. Vincent there. Others have had Rob Mendes. It doesn't make a difference. Bucky Vincent, Robbie Mendes, it's all the same thing. It's taking care of kids, showing them a better way.
That's right. It's making that showing those kids that you're that person making that difference.
Exactly.
I always get upset about New Bedford. There's single moms out there. They got to work 2 shifts, and the kids are home left alone. You know what I mean? Doing their best. And I know their moms are doing their best, and their families doing their best. But you know what? We got to be a family and stay tight,
Exactly. We appreciate you here for definitely at WMB1 Radio. I know I'm speaking for the fellows too, for being able to bring these individuals down, and to to have them all under one roof, and to have put their experiences, as well as the stuff that they're going to bring forward on the day of the event. We're wishing you well, and hopefully WMB1 Radio's here. We'll in any way that we can help, in the way of sponsoring, in the way of promoting. We'd like to see it done every year bigger and better.
Hey, I appreciate that, Brian. I've known you from back in the days, WSMU, when I was on the radio with Bruce. And you know what? Listen, you made a difference then, and you're making a difference now. You're bringing the people knowledge of what's going on in our community, and you're a big part of that. I'm proud to live in New Bedford. I'm proud to know the people I do that's helping our city better itself. You know what I mean? Because you know what? It's tough to have a young man learn how to tie a tie. Can you believe that? For a job interview or a first date or something,
Yeah. It definitely is. But with a lot of people with that have the attitude and the goals, hopefully we can teach kids how to tie ties at a young and early age, so that they're definitely more prepared for the first dates, the job interviews, so forth and so on. With events like this, it's very promising. It's the first step, and it's a great step.
That's it. You know what? I'm new to this world too, promoting events like this. I befriended all these athletes and actors and authors in Atlantic City, promoting Gathering of Styles, the self-defense course, and then it grew into character building. You know what? And everyone wants to be a part of it, and I'm just blessed. You know what I mean? And I just want to share what's going on with me with you guys, you know?
Yeah, we appreciate it. So put the plug in right now. Tell the people, about the event, about how they can purchase tickets, where it's at. This is your time to literally lay down the law and let people know what it's all about.
Hey, thank you. Well, we're having a Gathering of Styles event. It's not nationally promoted. This is just for like local people and local events. If you're in the area from Providence to Boston, please join us. We're all about empowering children and making them better and, making a difference in their lives. I bring on these professionals in that have can-do attitudes that never gave up, like my friend Ray Mercer, Olympic gold medalist, heavyweight boxing champion, UFC champ. Proud of that guy, He installs stuff that they can take away from this event. I know it's every couple years, and we're going to try to make it happen by try to gather in sponsors and people that will help us, because I'm kind of new to this myself, you know what I mean? But, this is what God has in plan for us. And you know what? There's a reason why that we're all getting together. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So yeah, once again, the date of the event is September 14th, 9 to 5. You can grab tickets by contacting Eric Caldera at 631-455-8007, or you can reach him at his email, which is eric.caldera, which is CALDEIRA at yahoo.com. All right. So the price is all day with lunch, $80, and a visitor with lunch is just $40.
That's right. You come and socialize. You know what I mean? We're networking. We're building contacts. For all you business owners that want a piece of this. Listen, I share my contacts, especially with the city of New Bedford. We're all about bettering the community. Well, listen, here's your chance. Come and network. You know what I mean, sir?
And I can attest to that because he's shared the contacts with me. Obviously, you've witnessed in the last 2 weeks the people who are on this bill. They've all been on the show. So once again, thank you.
Hey, you know what? Thanks again, Mr. Magnet. You've been, like I said, a joy to New Bedford and myself since WSMU and today with WMB1. I'm so proud of you. You've taken it to the next level and you have your own stuff.
Thank you. We look forward to getting up with you in a few weeks. And once again, if you got any more people, feel free to send them this way, man. We're gonna push this, the heck out of this event, and hopefully we can make it stronger and better.
Oh, I definitely will. And I have no problem, telling my people to call in, because they're all about empowering the next generation and making things okay. Like I said, many hands make light work, and we're going to make it happen.
All right. Thank you for calling in, and you have a very blessed night, and we look forward to seeing you and hearing from you in a few weeks. All right.
All right, B-Mags, you take care.
All right.
Talk
Thank
to you soon.
All right. Bye. All right, that was Eric Caldera, the person who is actually putting on the martial arts workshop Gathering Styles, which will be taking place in a few weeks on September 14th. All right, 9 to 5. Really, it's for a great cause. Go ahead and support it. Once again, we've witnessed here on this show a lot of the people who are going to be in attendance. And it's all happening under one roof. You can see all those people. All right. Anything else you want to tackle before we sign off? Don't everybody jump at once. Don't everybody jump at
I'm
once.
a little disappointed at the debate today. It
didn't live up to the billing, huh? Didn't
like
live
I
up to
thought
the
it was
billing.
gonna.
They acted like adults.
Yeah.
I was tired.
They acted like adults. Shame on them. But you know what? You know what's the crazy part about it is? We've got a full 18 weeks of it is going to happen.
Well, it'll be different when we play each other that week.
That's what I'm saying.
We're
But
just
listen,
saving it.
It doesn't even have to.
What week is it?
It doesn't even have to be. It doesn't even have to be.
Stop it.
It doesn't even have to be on the days in which they play, because if you follow the show, they take parting shots at each other every week.
This is true.
Every week. Every week.
Nah, it wasn't too many last year because neither one of us had too many losses. So.
Yeah.
Well,
it was only when we played
when
head to
y'all
head.
watched the game together.
Yeah.
Somebody had to wear a Vikings jersey. Somebody had to wear a Detroit. Oh, actually, you had to wear a Detroit jersey.
Yeah, the year before we split it. Last year.
Oh, was it before you?
He didn't want to do it last year because he knew.
So yeah, so next week, what divisions do we have left?
Patriots division,
AFC East and
Cowboys
NFC
division.
East. That's it. AFC East and NFC East, right?
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
AFC East and NFC. So next week will be the AFC East. AFC East. And then it'll build us up right up into the NFC East the week before, because the opening night will be the Cowboys and the Eagles. So yeah,
There should be a lot of interest with the local fan base.
So next week, all you Patriots fans who love to chime in, this
Charlie
is your time to
Perry.
shine. We're gonna be previewing the AFC East and talking about your New England Patriots. All right. So that'll be next week. Amongst other things that we have in store or whatever. One thing that I wanted to mention before we left, Mr. Witherspoon touched upon it. A fight that's going to be taking place. Your thoughts on it, guys?
Can't even take it serious. The weight difference alone.
It's gonna be real quick.
Yeah, listen. Not for nothing. If I'm Tank, I'm taking that.
Well, that's easy money.
100 million?
It's easy money. Easy peasy.
I thought it was 15 million.
100 million.
Easy peasy.
It's 100 million? I didn't read that.
That's what Mayweather and them would make.
Easy peasy.
They said it was this was the contract. If Tank wins, he gets 100 million. If he loses, he walks away with nothing.
Oh man, cut it out. That's an all or nothing fight.
That's what it was said.
So
and that's crazy because they're 60 pounds apart from each other, like 8 inches in height.
There's gonna be
Tank's only like
catch
5'3",
5'5",
5'5", and this dude's 6'1" or whatever.
Yeah. Listen, as I said
Fought at
in our group
135.
chat, it's I'm disappointed in a lot of these fighters taking these. To me, it turns out to be a celebrity boxing match.
It does.
Predetermined,
and it's watering down what we think of the great sport of boxing.
Yes. I
It's more
just
like a cartoon.
I didn't realize it was 100 million. I was sitting there talking ish. I mean, if I was Tank,
Yeah,
I took it too.
Oh yeah, it's a no-brainer.
The dude he was going to rematch
I
Lamont.
thought- I
Hey,
thought
you're going to
I
have to
read
wait
15
because
million.
we're not getting 100 million for a
Yeah,
rematch.
it's a no-brainer because it's easy money, and let's face
No
it.
chance to get hurt.
No, none.
Low risk, high reward.
But yeah, that is boxing in a nutshell for for the news that we have going. So yeah, that's about it. For those of you who are tuned in, we're gonna be doing an event a week from tomorrow. It'll be August 29th. It's the end of this summer party. WMB1 Radio and Hurricane Promotions are teaming up on August 29th, which is next Friday, at McGovern's Restaurant, 7 p.m. We're gonna end the season with the World Premier Band. Anybody who knows the World Premier Band, they were at the Portuguese Feast. A lot of people
Favorite of everybody in here.
Yes, a lot of people seem to enjoy themselves. You can come down and get 2 hours of nonstop entertainment with them. That's the World Premier Band. Tickets are on sale at WMB1.com for $25. So you can go to our website, grab them there. Also, we're running a special. You can get a table of 10 for $200. All right. Or you can get in touch with myself, Steve, anybody here at WMB1 Radio. We've got physical hard copy tickets, or like I said, make it light, man. Do the thing and go to WMB1.com and grab it there. So yeah, we're gonna be ending off the summer next Friday. All right. Yeah, I guess that's it for us. Any parting words before we sign off, fellas? These guys seem they're drained.
Brian drugged us before the show. That's why we're on Adderall.
Just to make
I'll
sure.
leave this tidbit of information there. Steve just showed me that Adam Thielen may be returning to the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah,
We just read.
Yeah,
They're getting ready to finalize
Yep.
finalize the deal.
So we'll leave it at that.
What's that? He's just coming in for the first 3 weeks.
I think he wants to retire in Minnesota
Yeah,
too.
I
But
wouldn't-
if
I
you're
wouldn't doubt
familiar with his story, one thing I don't like, his wife was very negatively.
Yeah, she was very.
A lot of she's a Packers fan, and she made Adam Thielen apologize for his loyalty to the Vikings. They didn't treat him right, and she said some crazy nonsense. So I don't know if that drama is going to come back, but I like Adam Thielen, the player, and he'll serve the purpose to be.
He wasn't bad when he went to Carolina.
Yeah,
past year he wasn't bad.
And he had to get used to
I'm just seeing some of the comments over here. There's a guy that's saying that he's truly convinced that we know little to nothing about sports because we're delusional because Caitlin Clark is the best passer in the league. Okay, David Bins. All right, before we sign off, let me know how many turnovers she averages.
She set a record.
Let me know how many pages. How many
troll? Does
turnovers?
anybody know him?
I don't know. He's on.
He
He's on the
come from
YouTube.
Charlie's
He's on the YouTube page. But anybody can chime in. So anytime you want to discuss this or you would like to debate it,
bring her stats to the
bring
table.
her stats to the
and
table.
how much she's won.
Let me know how many turnovers that she has to assist. All right, because at the end of the day, that matters. Okay, not because it's your favorite player. Okay, because it has to. The math has to add up. Okay, turnovers to assist. All right, look at that. All right. Yeah, she can fill the hole up, but there's a lot of people that can fill the hole up. Is she a complete player?
Yeah,
No,
nobody's
she's
taking
not.
away from her talents and saying she's not.
We're not.
Player.
Listen, if that's your favorite player, that's fine.
Just comparing her rookie numbers to Paige Beckers, and Paige Beckers is already surpassed everything but
everybody,
scoring.
not just Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
She's surpassed everybody.
The Caitlin Clark fans
She's
just
having
seem
the
to be.
best rookie season ever, hands down. So what do we?
They only see
talking
the
about
positive.
here?
Facts. We're talking facts here. All right. Anytime you want to talk facts, we are more than glad to do that. All right. You're entitled to your opinion, but opinions are opinions. We deal with facts here. Facts only. Okay. You can call in or join in next time. Anytime. All right. We'll be here next Thursday. 6 to 8 p.m. straight to the point sports. All right. Until then, we're out of here. Hit it, Kevin. Hit that button. We're out.
WND1 Radio.
He said hit the button, not Steve.
I'm tired.